So today is hair coloring day. It is kind of towards the end of May now. Today is the 22nd and I have not colored my hair since about October time. Can't remember if it was maybe the beginning of October. So I've got a lot of regrowth now. My color is very faded. I actually really like the color that it's faded to, which is why I'm going to be using the same dye that I used the last time I did my hair. And I just thought, why not film it for you? I do already have a video similar, but I'm gonna film it again today. And yeah, I'll just get right into it now while I'm kind of explaining what's going on. So, I mean, today I'm not really using anything special. I am using your typical box dye. So yeah, I mean, the instructions are basically just, I mean, they come in the box. I'm not really gonna explain what's going on there because you guys know the drill if you've used box dye before. What I am doing though is, first of all, separating the front blonde pieces because I do want to do them blonde again, and just dyeing the rest of my hair this red color, and then I'll do the blonde later. So I do already have a video coloring my hair like this on my channel, but the color that I used that day, it was from a brand here in Spain from the supermarket, and it turned out really lovely. I did really love the color, but unfortunately as it faded, it was very, very patchy and weird, and it looked very uneven. I will insert photos if I can find some. So it wasn't the best look. It looked a mess, and I've never had that experience with box dye before, but that one unfortunately was not a great experience. After that, the next time I colored my hair, I did film it, but in the end I didn't post it. I used the Schwarzkopf Igora Royale colors, the professional ones. My hair turned out obviously a lot better. It wasn't patchy, thank God, but the results didn't really blow me away. The color faded quite quickly, and for the price that I paid, I wasn't super impressed with it. So the following time I did my hair, I decided, well, normally when I decide to dye my hair, it's a spur of the moment decision. I decide I want to dye it, in the moment, and then like I have that thought in my mind, and that's it. I want to dye it there and then on that very day. So the last time I dyed my hair, again, I didn't film this, but I decided to go to the supermarket to try and find a color, or to the drugstore to find a color that I wanted. I wanted to go kind of a bit of a darker red, a more auburn color, and I found this color, which I'm using today because I really liked how the results turned out. It's Garnier Color Sensation, and it's 6.60 intense red. What I really like about this color is that it turned out red when I first did it, and then over the next month it faded to the color that I actually wanted, and then it's been months and it stayed the color that I wanted, although it did lighten ever so slightly. But yeah, for the most part it stayed the color that I was aiming for, which is great. So that's why I'm using it again today. And then the blonde that I'm using is the Garnier Olia I don't know what number this is. Let me Google what it's called in English. Okay, so the blonde that I'm using, this is my first time trying this one. Like I've mentioned, I have colored my hair like this 3 times in the past, and each time when I've done the blonde pieces, they haven't turned out as light as I would have liked them. So I'm gonna try the Garnier Olia Max Bleach permanent hair dye, and I think this is gonna get the result that I want. And something that has happened previously when I've colored my hair like this is that over the next few washes, the red bleeds into the blonde pieces and makes it a really warm tone. I'm gonna try my best not to let that happen this time, so I'm going to be either separating the blonde every time I go to wash my hair and washing it separately. I could wash my hair with cold water, but that doesn't really appeal to me. And I think I could possibly coat the blonde in conditioner maybe when I go into shampooing. But I think what I'm probably more than likely going to do is separate the blonde and wash that separately each time I wash my hair, which is going to be a bit of a ball ache, but I mean, you've got to do what you've got to do. So this clip of me styling my hair is almost a week later. And the reason being is the day that I dyed my hair, my battery my camera died at the very last minute. And then this waver contraption that I'm using today to style my hair, I did want to use it last week on my freshly dyed hair, but my adapter would not fit into the sockets here. But then I think a day later or 2 days later, I found another adapter in my apartment that works. So I'm plugging this into 2 different adapters to get this to work right now. I have washed my hair once since I've dyed it, and so far I have been keeping the blonde separate. I've been washing just the red part of my hair in the shower, and I've been washing the blonde over the sink. I think that's helping maintain it to be this bright blonde. I am in love with my hair. It was a bit of a shock when I first did it. Every time I've done my hair like this, I've always wished that the blonde would have been lighter and brighter, and this time it is, and that was a bit of a shock to me. So it took a bit of getting used to. It did take a few days for me to get used to, and even now I'm not sure if the blonde is too golden and too yellow for my liking. I don't know if I should try and go lighter, but I don't want to damage my hair too much because, you know, we've done 1 round of bleach, so I kind of don't want to do it again. I feel like if my whole hair was this blonde, I wouldn't be able to get away with it. It would look awful. But I feel like because it's only a small section and paired with this red color, I feel like it kind of complements it in a way. I don't know if too light would be too much. I actually feel like this shade of blonde is perfect. I just wish it wasn't so warm toned, and especially on my right side it is a bit darker, and maybe that side could do with a little bit more bleach because it is kind of golden, a bit orangey it looks sometimes. But right now my hair, it is a Monday and I washed my hair on a Thursday, so I feel like the blonde does look a bit darker as my hair gets greasier. And anyway, I'm just using this waver. I used it for the first time the other day. Loved it for how quick it was and just the nice subtle waves that it gives me. I will say that the waves do not last very long, but I don't think that's to do with the waver. I think that's my hair. I could probably do with using some product to make it hold better, and maybe holding it in the sections for a longer period of time. I just kind of count to 5 seconds really and then let it go and move down. But yeah, I feel like I'm doing something wrong because it should be holding a bit better than what it is. But yeah, I think that this gives a really cute look to my hair. I'm really pleased with how my hair turned out. I'm really looking forward to see how this is going to fade over the next few weeks, and also how it's going to continue to look in contrast to the blonde. I'm going to continue to keep the blonde separate until my shower water runs clear. The waver that I used was sent to me by OCPUD. It was gifted. On their website now, it just seems to be full of bags, but if you do search for the waver, you can find it. It costs about 25 euros. Personally, I preferred this so much more to the Dyson Airwrap dupe that I tried from them. This is something I've used a lot over the past few days, and I know that I'll continue to get lots of use out of it. So for me personally, I think it's definitely worth the 25 euros that it costs. I mean, this is the story of my life. Once again, camera battery died while I was filming, so I'm using my phone to film the outro. I hope you enjoyed this kind of tutorial. Let me know in the comments what you think of the new look. Here is some more content from me that I think you might enjoy, and I'll see you next time.